Hey everybody, I just wanted to share an article that I found to be excellent. I posted it on my work page. I have a Lisa Show and LPC work page, but for some of you that are not followers on that page, I thought I would share some of the information from this article. The Gottman Institute wrote this really good article called In Times of Stress, We Regress. And it was talking a little bit about how, with everything going on with the self-isolation and the quarantine and, all the different stressors that's going on with the whole coronavirus, lots of people, children, so much so, adults, so much so, we can regress back to different times of trauma in our life, different experiences. We can regress in some of our behaviors. They were talking about this couple who had worked through an affair, and the husband had worked really hard on creating better intimacy and connection, and this couple was in a much better place. But then during the whole quarantine, the husband went back to his old ways of becoming like a workaholic and being absent emotionally and even physically. He was locking himself in the room to work for like 14-hour days, and the teenage sons were locked in their bedrooms because it was bringing up like old discomfort from when their parents were in a more volatile place. And then the wife was back to feeling abandoned and disconnected and scared and fearful. And, it talked about how she worked it through with her therapist, and they were able to kind of have aha moments and moments of understanding and repair. But, not everybody has that therapist that they can work through, or even the time or the ability to self-reflect on what's going on. But I will say, if you notice yourself like regressing, maybe with attitudes or behaviors, try to be mindful of what's going on. Be mindful in the moment and bring yourself back to today and what's going on right in front of you right now. But also be mindful of, what is this bringing up for me? Like, when was the last time I remember feeling some of these emotions or these reactions? And you may be able to kind of link together your own aha moments for, oh, this is why I'm being triggered right now. I'll use my family, for example. My youngest daughter is 7, and for those who know her, like, she is the sweetest little girl. She's always very happy. She's very social and outgoing. She loves life typically. But since this whole thing has started, and as the weeks have gone on, I've seen regression in her where she's just really, really, really struggling with doing homeschooling from home. And, I've seen tantruming and crying and yelling and anger and, making statements like, I hate school, I hate my life, and I hate this stupid coronavirus, she says. And, I've doing my best to try to hold space for her and be patient and encourage and support. And I'm kind of advocating for her with the school because, I care more about, well, I do care about education, but I also care about her mental health and well-being. But, I've seen that with her, and even myself, like, when the weather is nice and I can take a walk or be out in my backyard, I feel great. Like, I'm not happy for, people's suffering and deaths that have been going on in the world. But on the nice days, like, I actually have really loved in some ways being home and having this connection and time to do other things with my kids and my husband that we wouldn't necessarily do when we're running and going. But I notice, like, on the days where it's rainy, we've had a lot of rain, it almost brings up like, I can't be outside, I can't go anywhere. It brings up like a trapped feeling. And I recognize like it comes back from a time I had postpartum with my younger daughter. And I had experienced this time where I felt like trapped and alone, which was so far from the truth, but I had postpartum and wasn't experiencing things accurately. So, but I recognize that, and I'm mindful. I know where that's coming from. And then I know how to kind of talk myself off the ledge, talk myself through it, and bring myself back to the current state and current place, and use tools to get through it. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know, like, I'm in the thick of it too with my own family, and it's very common for right now. So if you recognize that with yourself or your loved ones, just understand that it's kind of normal right now, and just do your best to kind of be loving and curious about why these things are happening. And good luck. I know it's a time of lots of managing. So anyway, have a great day.